Did you know that your system completely breaks and falls apart if you set your system date to the year 9999 on every desktop Windows version? And this is actually especially true on Windows 11. Let's quickly find the command prompt and set the date. Okay, command prompt. Run as administrator. Like that, okay? And then let's quickly restart Windows. Now after restarting Windows, we are inside of boot options and we just have to set our year to 9999, just like that. And now it's gonna boot up in this year. The first thing that I noticed right away is that the system is quite a lot slower to even boot up and load. Why do I not see a taskbar? I can still open the trash, but we don't have a taskbar anymore. And if we look closely, we can see that our year is 9999. Set date and time manual, this one for some reason is grayed out and I cannot access it. Command prompt, run as administrator. And the system just struggles to open anything at this point. Photos. It is so painful. Okay. Yeah, these apps are not opening. And I can't close the start menu as well. I think let's restart the system once more and just see what happens. Oh, okay, I can't even restart. I just clicked on restart and the system, it doesn't even want to restart. It's like taking forever to even recognize what I just did. Oh, and there's the command prompt that I opened like 10 minutes ago. Okay, and there's the rest of the applications that I opened 10 minutes ago. And they don't even really open. I think Copilot doesn't work anymore as well. So that's one argument for why you would want to set your system date to 9000. And why is this contextual menu not disappearing? And there's the restart, which I activated like 5 minutes ago. Also, Windows 10. On this one, in order to set the year to 9999, I hate spelling this number. The process is pretty much identical to what we did on Windows 11. What I'm gonna do this time is set the date to December 31st and time to something like 1158. So that we get the year 10,000. Let's go and find command prompt. We have to be very quick. Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Okay, now we have to restart quickly. Quick, we have to be quick. I opened settings accidentally, please. Oh my god, I opened, what did I open? Update and restart, no! We don't have time for that. And now we just have to set the date to year 9999, just like that, easy. And what is going on? It's been like 2 minutes. And I think the system might be quite a lot slower than usual. Okay, we only have the cursor. Is this how Windows looks like in the year 9000? We can see that we have the year 10,000 actually, because I had set the date. And let's see, does the system even work at this point? And settings is painfully long to open. Saturday, January 1st, 10,000. Okay, that's quite the year. Okay, what was that? Let's try to open some applications. Okay, can we use Microsoft Minesweeper in the year 10,000? Everything is so much slower than usual. And what is going on? Why do I have two cursors? And Microsoft Minesweeper struggles to even open. This page is not responding and something's up with my taskbar as well. I can't use it. What happened to my taskbar? Okay. Even if I wanted to close this window, I can't. The system doesn't let me. Oh, and what just happened? What about changing the wallpaper? This is such a slow process. Okay, colors. It's like I press a button and it does the thing only like 30 seconds later. Let's see, what else can we open? Calculator. Okay, the calculator still works. 3-dimensional paint. Xbox. For some reason, all of my applications just closed when I opened Xbox. Some things either don't open or take forever to load. Then let's do the same thing on Windows 8.1, the weird start menu operating system. Let's go to adjust date and time and change date and time. Let's set it to be December 31st, 1158, something like that. And now let's quickly open up the command prompt. We have to be quick, we have only like less than 2 minutes. Where's the command prompt on this one? Like this. Update and restart. Why? We don't have time for that. 9999. Okay, I think because of the Windows update we might have missed our time window. We have 9999. Oh, and when I open up this menu it says December 2099 and here it says 9999. An error occurred, your changes could not be saved. I can't even change the date. Let's see what's up in the system. Okay, what can we try? Internet Explorer, what about this one? There's a problem with this website security certificate. I think this warning was there already before. Okay, what about system settings? There is a little bit of extra slowness than usual, but other than that the system works perfectly fine. Windows Update needs your help. Windows Update hasn't been able to check for new updates for the last 30 days. That's very good. good. There's literally no issue with this operating system. And so in that case, we have to move on to Windows 8. We have to set the time to be 11:57 p.m. Okay, and then we just have to... like that. And now we have to reboot the system. That's another trick. Settings. Okay, power shut down. Oh, wait, we had to restart. I'm not thinking straight today. I'm thinking in a circle, a triangle. Let's set the year to 9000. You know what year already. This one. Did it work? It did work, yes. We need like one more minute until it's year 10,000. But let's check out what's going on. The trash works perfectly fine, and I think it's... yeah, this is just basically Windows 7. I'm not really seeing any noticeable differences. And okay, wait, what's going on? Okay, I forgot to set it to December. Why didn't you tell me? An error occurred. Your changes could not be saved. Yeah, we cannot change the date anymore. Windows 7, my favorite operating system. The process of doing this should be pretty much the same as other operating systems. Change date and time. And now let's make sure that I don't forget to set this one to December 31st. And now we have to quickly, very quickly, open up the command prompt. Run as administrator. Yes. And now let's restart. And now let's do year 9000, you know, the year already. I can see that the year has changed successfully and we still have like a minute left for 10,000 year. The settings still seem very snappy and everything seems fine. Let's see, is there anything that doesn't work? Your computer is set to the year 10,000, which will cause Windows Media Player to stop responding. Windows Media Player doesn't work in the year 10,000. And what about Windows Media Center? Windows Media Center stopped working. Interesting. What about fax and scan? The operation cannot be completed. Okay. Other than that, the system works perfectly fine. Windows Vista. On this one also the process is exactly the same. Adjust date and time. Let's go to this one, change date and time, and let's set it to December 31st. 11:58 p.m. like this. And then we need to be very quick. We have like less than a minute. Let's do the command. Like this, and now let's quickly restart. Let's set the year to 9000, you know, the year. And for some reason, my system is struggling hard. My system stopped working for some reason. The time got set to 12 a.m. and that's when the system stopped. It is painfully slow to restart. What's going on? And I can see that the time is still moving. But the system, it's like each element is disappearing super slowly. We have to do the year once again. From what I can tell, the system works perfectly fine on year 9999. Windows Media Center. Okay, this one still works. No, wait, it doesn't work. Your computer is set to the year 9999, which will cause Windows Media Player to stop responding. So some programs straight up just don't work. This one also, yeah. Windows Media Center Store Update Manager stopped working and was closed. Okay. I want to try setting it to year 10,000 just to verify if the system really crashes because of that. And now let's restart quickly. Our year should be 10,000 right now, I believe. I wish I could see and verify that. I can't even click on anything. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is happening because we have the year set to 10,000. The cursor is constantly loading something and I cannot use any UI element. The background is black only because this copy of Windows is not genuine. But everything else, why nothing works, that would be attributed to the fact that our year is 10,000. Yeah, for some reason Windows Vista becomes slow. And here we have Windows XP. And let's start by adjusting the date and time. Let's do December 31st. Let's do 57 p.m. Apply. Okay. And now let's find where do you even set the boot options. Startup and recovery. Was it this one? And now at the end of this line, let's just type year 9999. Save. Okay, and now let's restart. Your computer might be at risk. Oh, yes, it is. We can see that we have year 9000. You know the number. Such an annoying number to spell. God, okay. But I want to see what happens when we get to year 10,000. We don't see anything right away with year 9099. And why did it freeze? The clock just stopped, and I think the whole system just stopped, actually. Yeah, Windows XP is done. The system has completely stopped working. What happens if I restart the system? Let's see, I just set it to restart. I know what's going on. What is that? Okay. Okay, it's slowly restarting. Very slowly. Extremely slowly. and it's been like a minute already and it hasn't restarted. Yeah, I think Windows XP is not gonna restart. Then we get to much older operating systems like Windows 2000, Windows ME, Windows 98 and Windows 95. I only managed to set the year to 9999 on Windows 2000 out of all of these systems. And even then the system seemed to function pretty normally. I've seen videos with Windows 2000 getting slower and breaking in certain parts if you set the year to you know what, but for some reason that did not happen in my case. As for the rest of the operating systems, I was unable to set them to year 9900. There's some technical reason behind that. Reason why that is because those operating systems have some limitation where they can only go up to the year 2099 and quite possibly up to 2107 and not really beyond that. If you enjoyed this video, then you might also like this one next, and I'll possibly see you there.